What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the number one comment on YouTube, and I'm back with another review. Today, I will be reviewing Put a Ring on It. This is season 4, episode 6, Double Time Trouble. And before I get started, for those who are new to my channel, I do detailed reviews of reality shows. I don't do scene by scene for the shows. I try to pick out the most important details as well as pick out some details that you may not have noticed. And as I said in my intro, I am YouTube's number one commenter for real. And with this channel, your channel, I put it your channel, my channel, it's all about the comments. I love the interaction. I love to see people debate, go back and forth, to hear people's different perspectives. We kind of learn from each other, joke around. You just see people's personalities come out. And those peoples are your cousin and my cousin. That's a member of the Dub fam. So when you speaking, we only speak out of respect. But you want to talk about whoever you want on that screen, the motto of this channel is say what you say. So do exactly just that. I do answer or reply to every single comment because that's why I do this. Let's get into the review. This is another to be continued. I don't know who thought that the to be continued is the way to go with these reality shows. But hey, the episode picks up with Ricky and Catherine. They're going back and forth whether Kat is a level 5 clinger or if Ricky is delusional. When Ricky says, like, hey, I need some space. You don't give me no time or space, even though we got one car, even though I work part-time, I need more space. You only got, all that crazy stuff. But Dr. Stacy offers a solution. She's saying, like, create a schedule where, like, they have family time, aka Kat continuing her nanny duties in the house. Is Kat paying away for the house? That she doesn't have income to contribute. I'm just thinking, like, Kat could do so much better than living that life. A woman who has no kids, you got to watch your boyfriend's child or kids. Who knows? Because Ricky said kids. He might be watching his baby mama kids, his kid, Ricky's nephews and nieces, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't sound like a positive experience at all. But Ricky needs his space. And at this point, Ricky and Kat, they decide to go on another date with their previous date. This would be Kat's second date with Marcus, and Ricky is going on his third date with his fiancee Sheila. And in the group, all as well as Joya and Jay, they're going on their second dates with their respective people. Zay and Jazz are going on brand new dates. But everybody, all the couples will be in the same place as their significant other with their respective dates. So post group meeting, we see Jasmine is berating Zay on how he's paying so much attention to his previous date, Gayla, who he didn't choose to have another date with, but she's mad because he was listening to her and he doesn't listen to Jasmine at home, and Zay dropped the ball anyway. He got Gayla's children's age wrong, but you know why? Because he doesn't listen. He doesn't respect anything that isn't a butt naked car wash or a bottle of liquor. So those are the things he pay attention to. And it reminds me the way Jasmine was chastising Zay, like a mom just getting on her son about improving in school. It gets old. Please let it go, Jasmine. Let this man go. I don't know what is positive about this man, why you need this man so bad. I know you're in your mid 40s and this is a great piece of man. He's an entrepreneur. He got a Harley, he got a Benz and all that stuff, but let it go. But okay. So we see Marcus. He's picking up Kat for the second date. And more, I'm getting the feeling I could be wrong. I think Marcus is leaning toward being a paid actor. Now, granted, not that Kat doesn't deserve a high quality, well deserved man and all that, but it's coming off like too perfect. It's too perfect. He got the perfect answers. He's over complimenting. He brings her 3 dozen roses every time. He flirts with her so heavy. and we see Ricky. He came to the same place they all went bowling with his fiancee Sheila for the third time, and I absolutely love Sheila's personality, but her outfit has to go down in record history as one of the worst outfits in reality TV. She had on some tie-dyed loose sweatpants with a bra top with a collar with a button line going up her neck with sheer sleeves. I'm like, wow. Like, did she pick just anything up off the floor and put it on? And was she late for the date? I don't know. But it was horrible. But when everybody arrives, Kat's date, he must be in a position to earn a bonus or something for his acting job. Because soon as Ricky he got me, extra got up on Kat. He all up on her hips and butt. He rubbing her hair. He blowing kisses in her ear and all that kind of stuff. And, I'm like Ricky too. Like this is too much. This is way too much. Like at this point, Kat is allowing him to disrespect him and their relationship 20 feet away. Now, granted, they don't have much of a relationship. However, it's still disrespectful. They turning this show into something different. This scenario isn't helping anything. They might change it to ready to bail me out or something like that because, I ain't going to sleep on Ricky. Ricky don't look like he built like that, but very well, you kind of pushing people. When people get jealous, anything can happen. Believe that. So let's go to Jasha's date with Brittany. Now, Brittany comes over. She's coming over because they're having a fitness date. Before she even gets there, Joya seems to be like a little intimidated by Brittany because before she gets there, she's like, "Oh, you going to see? Or you got a date with Big Booty Judy, or whatever, And I get it. Joy may be feeling a little insecure because like Joya has like a small torso, like she's all legs, like you don't know where her legs start or her butt begins. It's just like straight up and down, and it's the thing. She feeling a certain kind of way. So once Big Booty Judy get there, and I gotta point it out, Big Booty Judy, love her personality. I don't think she's 32. The wig may be like making her seem older than she is. She might be 32, but she kind of gets annoying sometimes. Every time she come in the room and you say something that she responds, or she got to dance and all that stuff, that is annoying. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, Big Booty Judy. So, Brittany notices that Joya has like workout gear just like they got on. Like she and Brittany like, where you going? Like, she bold, she gonna ask. And Joy's like, I'm gonna be the same place you gonna be. And not only that, I'm gonna get to see how you be all filling up on my man and stuff like that. Or whatever. So Joy just get tired of Jasha and Brittany and just put them out because she can't take it no more. So we back at the house of insecurities, which is Jasmine and Zay's house. And she's constantly questioning Zay of why you dress like that? Why you smell like that? Why you got on 3 chains instead of 2? Because you only wear 2 when we go on our date. Like, oh my goodness, please, put me out the misery. I'm tired of hearing her complain. But like I said, I get it. She's fighting for her life. And Zay's date is Naya. She's 31, very attractive woman, with the exception of the 2 packs of baby hair she's aligned on her forehead. I just personally thought that baby hair would stay in 2022. But who am I? I don't make the rules. I thought the lashes, butterfly, mink lashes would stay there too. But again, I don't make the rules. I guess it comes all together with the ATL baddie starter kit. What can I say? So Nia is invited to their home by Jasmine. And Zay he never knows when not to say something. As soon as he sees his date Naya, he like, oh, you are very attractive. And Jasmine is standing right there. Low key, maybe you should have waited till you got in a car or when you about to go in a restaurant or something. Your woman is insecure. Please don't give those type of compliments to her in front of her. Please, 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 to another woman. That's just ridiculous. And you can immediately tell that Jasmine received a sharp stomach pain when she heard that. And she was like ready to kill this guy. It's just like I said, it could have waited. He could never read the room. But we know that Zay doesn't take Jasmine seriously at all. He doesn't respect her. He doesn't care. He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't listen. And who could blame him? She got that dolphin laugh. We don't like that. But I know that's her personality. So Zay is out with his date Naya, and I don't see any type of connection with them at all. And I could barely understand what Zay says with that ATL accent. And, that's what it sounded like to me. You ain't heard nothing I said, but I said it. And Jasmine has her date, but he meets her at the restaurant, I guess because no one is home. And he looks like Jamie Foxx's nephew or whatever. And I'm thinking, like, where is putting a ring on getting all these Jamie Foxx family members from or whatever? And shout out to Jamie Foxx. Hope he has a speedy recovery. I know he's having some health issues, but I mentioned him. But I could say with Zay, he completely failed the assignment, in two ways. As far as on his date, he was just like totally disconnected from his date. And then he put way too much energy in looking over at what Jasmine and her date was doing, because they were actually like getting it to, they were intrigued, they were entangled, they were engaged or whatever. And her date Sean was like, again, he looks like Jasmine's nephew that's related to Jamie Foxx. However, they were talking about things of substance. There was a flow in their conversation. There was some excitement, some passion. It was something like you could really watch. And to me, regardless of the distraction, Zay has no real conversation. And it's really sad. Like, what does he have to offer in real life? And the worst part was that Zay's date was actually so into him, like even so much so she verbalized like, how she felt about him. I kind of like that. I thought it was too soon because Zay wasn't reciprocating of that energy. And I really think that's a waste of time. But I think that's something to be applauded. Like if you go on a date with somebody or you're feeling somebody as an adult, no, you're not supposed to propose to them on the first date, but letting someone know how you feel about them, what you're thinking, plans. It's okay for a man or a woman to do that. I was feeling it. I'm like, yeah, that's what adults do. Like, I ain't gonna play games, or I ain't gonna let my feelings out just yet. Say what you're saying. She said, hey, I'm attracted to you. I'm feeling you. And I feel kind of awkward in saying that, but I just want to lay it on the table. Zay could care less about how she feels, how Jasmine feels, about anything. So let's go back to the bowling alley. Ricky is pretty much having the same problem as Zay. He can't pay attention to his date Sheila, but none of like I get it, because like 20 feet away, you got a man rubbing on your girl's hips and hair and licking food off her shirt. I'm like, that is way too much. You're like, put a ring on. You're pushing people too far. Marcus was doing way too much, but that couldn't have been Zay. Zay would have flipped that table over. You might not have understood what he said, but he was mad. He would have flipped that table. So at this point, Marcus, he was just doing way too much. I hated it. I really hated it. So like it almost upset me. Like I was Ricky or whatever, because it's like y'all be just playing with people's emotions too much. Playing with my emotions like playing with my money. So we're gonna switch back to Zay. And to me, he threw away a perfectly good date. Not that I expect him to leave Jasmine for Naya or whatever, but like the lady was transparent. She was into him. And I just felt so bad for her. I hope she's a paid actress, because she wasted that energy and that transparency on somebody who is not able to receive it. And that's how kind of people turn their personalities in a different way, because they've been, let's say, mistreated, or treated poorly. And yeah, like I said, just hope she's an actress. I don't. He didn't deserve that type of energy. And it went bad even further, because like Zay caught an attitude with Naya because she referred to Jasmine as her. Like, why did she do that? Like, he was so upset. He was so bar. Like, oh, you gonna put some respect on my woman's name. You're not gonna be talking to her about her, referring to her like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm like? For real, dude, I hope you gave twice as much energy to that guy who threatened to slap Jasmine right in front of you. Like, that was so ridiculous. I felt so bad for Naya. I wanted them to pull her out of that date immediately. Then he kind of get with some self awareness, like, oh, well, you think I've been talking about my lady too much? What you think? She's like, I don't know. Like, get me out of this crazy mother face. Like, this is too much. And like emotionally, Zay is a child in real life. Like, it was so ridiculous. It was so. Let's go to the gym date. With Jasha and Joya's date. They doing a double date for real. And it was a disaster to me all the way around. And Joya felt a need to bring her date Jacoby over to Jasha and Big Booty Judy. Why? It just got real petty. It got real petty. And actually, Jasha, to me, got petty first by mentioning to Jacoby, like, hey, you got your iced out chain on or whatever. We working out. Now, granted, that was true. I was thinking that, but it did need to be said because they already doing the petty back and forth or whatever. Everything you thinking, it don't need to be said in real life. Now, it's on. So, like, let the petty games begin. So Jacoby starts sending shots over to Jasha, like, yeah, my boy, while he's stretching Joy out. I see why you sticking around for 2 years. I'm feeling you. And Jasha like, well, you never could feel me. And Jasha got to get all positive or big man in his confession, like, well, if we was on the streets, Jacoby wouldn't be saying all that or whatever. Like, listen, you started it. Now Jacoby is finishing it. But it's really not necessary because, like, at this point, y'all going back and forth. Y'all not paying attention to your dates or whatever. But it just got like really out of hand. And listening to Jasha explain, I don't like those names. People like those names. They're so complicated on purpose. How about Jay and Joy? But I can't rename these people. But he was like really talking to Big Booty Judy and telling her, like, well, ain't no thing. I could love a person, but don't mean I gotta be with them. I could let them go. Me and Joya on different like schedules or whatever, And like I said, I don't respect Jasha because in real life, bottom line, cut through the fat, he is dragging Joya along in this process. At the age of 37, this lady wants to be married. This lady wants to have a child. And guess what? It's okay if you don't want the same thing. But just like you said, let her go. Let her go. Let her go. You're wasting this lady's time. I want you always use the term I haven't used in so long in the last video. He's shoplifting the pootie. Jasha is complaining, oh, I'm worried about finance because guess what? He already got a child. He been divorced. You worry about finances? Y'all took 6 international trips in 24 months. Bull. You ain't worried about no finances. You don't want to marry this lady. You don't want to have no baby with her. That's okay. What's not okay is you not telling her. And at this point, it's on Joya. You're going to let him drag you into your 40s with no child and no marriage. But okay. You like it, I love it, as they say. And, but that's not the worst part of the date. Joya's date breaks down the view of dating a single mother. And Joya was pissed. But guess what? I'm here for it. This conversation needs to be had. He broke it down. He's like, in real life, Jacoby said, I don't even take a single mother seriously. Joya popped up like, oh, you for real? You for real? Like, she hated hearing that. She was really done with the date after that. And she said in her confessional, he broke it down to Joya saying, like, guess what? You got an 11-year-old. He come first. You want me to put you first, but I come second. And then I get the blowback of, you ain't my daddy. Where is that benefiting me? Where is that benefiting me? It sounded horrible, but I appreciate the transparency, the truthfulness. I absolutely do, because that does sound ridiculous. You want me to give all my seven figures, my Maybach, and forget all the material stuff in real life. I'm just talking. But the fact is, you want me to dedicate my life to you, and I could never be your number one priority. But why that's a problem? And that's what Jacoby's saying. Like, I'm at the top of the food chain. I could pick a woman who don't have no kids and still got something going on like you do, something positive in life. So really, why would I pick you? That makes absolute sense. Same way we go in Ready Love, Corvette can pick her man, he can pick his woman. And I get that. It came off a little harsh, but it was so true. Why would I sign up to give you everything of myself and I'm coming second? Because that ain't the natural order of things. Guess what? Everybody can govern their relationship any way they want. But the natural order of things is the spouses come first, the children come second. And granted, it doesn't mean, hey, F them kids. Hey, I'm going to neglect our children. No, because the love and the coverage we have for each other, we're going to take care and love our children. But we focus here. It's an umbrella effect. Who wants to sign up to flat out have a barrier and come second? That's not attractive for men. So I get it. I'm glad it had to be said. It sounded so harsh, but Joya was like, I'm about to throw up in my mouth a little bit because we're done. So we done with all the dates. And the group discussion, they got to discuss their double dates. And Dr. Stacy starts with Ricky and Catherine. And Catherine says that, her date and Ricky's son are more chivalrous than Ricky. He don't open doors, he don't compliment, he don't give her flowers, he don't do nothing. And you can tell Ricky's affected by that. And Dr. Stacy challenges Ricky, like, hey, tell me how that feels. What's going on? And he like, yeah, that's cool. And, you can say anything to Ricky. Hey, Ricky, how do you feel about Marcus tongue kissing Catherine right in front and rubbing on her booty at the bowling alley? Yeah, that's cool. And, Ricky don't want to show his true feelings. And Dr. Stacy was pressing his ass. She was pressing him hard. Like he at the third grade spelling bee and he got to get this one right. But immediately we don't dive into it. It's a to be continued. So we're another to be continued. And I don't like that. But tell me what you thought about the review. Tell me what something I missed, something you want to add on to it. Because this was a great conversation. Especially share any thoughts you got about the man coming second to the child and all that. I would love to hear from you if you want to chime in. Please chime in. And just put it in the comments. And as I always tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it, and I really mean it.